Tigercast fans, we have a massive game against the Bombers coming up this week. It's the return leg of Dreamtime at the G, and it's a game that we should feel like that we're in with a chance of winning, or at least being very, very competitive in. Now, I know the last 3 weeks haven't been the best of games from us result-wise. It's probably to be expected playing against top 4 sides, getting belted a little bit. But now we come up against a team who is a bit more closer to our level. They're struggling for confidence as well. They've lost a few players. So now it's time to talk about who is in the mix for this big game against the Bombers. Now, there's going to be 4 forced changes, and I don't like tinkering with teams too much as a general rule of thumb. So I'm probably going to leave it at the 4 outs, which is going to be Noah Bolter's going to be out due to the curfew reasons, so he'll go and play some VFL football. Sammy Lawler's going to be out with the hamstring. Hugo Rolesmith will be out with the hamstring, and Jasper Alger will be out with his foot injury. So very shit and unfortunate news for those 4 players, but it does present opportunities elsewhere. So who's in the mix for this week to come in? I think Jaden Short's in the mix to come in this week. First game back in the VFL on the weekend, 29 disposals, 14 marks, 4 tackles. I know some of his kicks and marks were kind of across the half-back line, but he worked his way into the game really, really well and was pretty prolific at the end when the game was there to be won, and was definitely a factor in us getting over the line against the Cats in the VFL game. The $1 million question naturally is, where is he going to be played? He's not taking Sam Banks' role, I don't think. That would be just a huge stuff up of all proportions. We can't do that. Banks has been too solid there. So to me, there's a couple of options. Either he comes on and plays as a wing or a half forward, and kind of either like the Ralph Smith or the Jasper Alger role, which I'm completely fine with. I think he has something to offer in both of those areas, so that doesn't bother me. The other option that we could do for this week, and this is more of a makeshift thing whilst our forward line's a bit up in arms, maybe we consider moving Tom Brown from half back to the forward line, utilise his height a bit more, his marking, his good goal kicking, his beautiful foot passing as well. Maybe we chuck Tom Brown forward and Jaden Short slots into the half back line opposite Sam Banks. So what I found interesting, the reason why I say that's a chance, is at VFL level on the weekend, Jaden Short exclusively played half back. So in my mind, if he was going to have to play wing or half forward at AFL level, and the coaches knew that, I feel like they would have logically played him at the same type of position in the VFL to get him acclimatized to it. But we just didn't see it. So I feel like the Tom Brown move might be one that's on the cards. And I'm fine with that too as a short-term fix. I think we get a bit of a win at the other end of the ground too, which is a good thing. So that could be one. James Trezise is in the mix. He's had a really good month of football, Trezise. 24 disposals, 8 marks. He is my hot tip to come in for Hugo Rolesmith on the wing. And the beauty of James Trezise is that he can also double up and play in the back line too. He had some really, really great last-ditch effort spoils against Geelong in the VFL on the weekend, like deep inside 50, that were sort of goal-saving spoils. So his defensive work is still at a good level, and I think he does some good work on the wing as well. He can alternate with Trainer as well, so you get another bit of flexibility on that front too. So I do think Trezise is in the mix. Tyler Young, I think, is in the mix as well. 16 disposals, 7 marks, 2 tackles, 1 clearance. No, that can't be right. It's not for him. No, 2 tackles. I read the wrong line for the clearance. I'm like, say what? Tyler Young's had a really good couple of weeks of footy as well. I would have zero hesitation in him coming in and playing a role at AFL level this week. So the way that could maybe look, I wouldn't be upset if he was the one that come in to play as a makeshift forward, but the more likely option would be that Tyler Young comes in, Jacob Blight maybe goes forward to play as the makeshift forward. However, Jacob Blight also had a reasonably good game last week as a defender with quite a few marks. He went at 100% disposal efficiency, had team high spoils. So it depends on what you want to do with we need an experienced body up forward. So whether it's Young, whether it's Blight, or this man who's also in the mix, I think, Jacob Koschitzke. Now, that's probably a name that not many people expected to hear be in the mix, but due to Bauer going down in the seniors, Koschitzke then actually went forward for a lot of the second half of the game, and he made a huge impact. And we're not expecting him to take marks and kick goals. We're expecting him to halve contest and bring the ball to ground to give everyone else a chance. But he actually was able to outposition his opponent a few times, took some really nice, strong marks. He actually did end up kicking a great goal himself, for a bit of a scrappy play in the goal square. And I just think with the defensive stuff that he's been learning over the last couple of years, he can then apply that as a defensive forward on a big key forward and not let them bring it to ground. I, hand on heart, would not have a single issue with Koschitzke coming in and playing that big body forward role for us, because I think he's actually disciplined enough to do it. He understands the value of a team role, and I think there's something he can offer there in this interim period. So for me, he's definitely someone that's in the mix, especially because we saw him actually actively do it on the weekend in the VFL, and I think that's going to count for something. So watch this space on him, I reckon. And finally, the last player that's quite clearly, you know what, he's not in the mix, he's in. Taj Hotton is in. We cannot not play him in the seniors this week. Enough's enough. Get the kid into the AFL ASAP. He's an absolute elite specimen. I'm lost for words for him. He had another fantastic game, 24 disposals, 5 marks, 8 tackles, 5 clearances, 1 goal. He just makes things look really easy. He's got time, he's got space, he's got awareness, he's got footy IQ, knows when to run. I think he had about 5 or 6 score involvements. He fed Mazame Razzo 2 goals. He hit Joel Garner on the chest late in the game for him to kick a goal as well. He's just got it all. We have to play him this week. Don't worry about what's happened to the other players with injuries and stuff. A lot of that's incidental. Sometimes shit happens. You can't cotton ball everybody just in case. He's gotten through his fitness stuff. He's ticking the boxes physically. He was playing centre bounce attendances, 4 quarters. He's ready. Get him in. We've all seen enough. Let's get the Taj Hotton show on the road. And it actually could be a timely inclusion, because given it's a game that we should be in to win, he could be that type of player that provides spark. I mean, just imagine he comes in and plays and kicks the first goal of the game, or a clutch goal in a big moment, and the momentum and the noise that's going to make at the crowd, and what that could do to lift the team. We need that spark and energy in our side this week, and Taj Hotton plays. Non-negotiable for me, but there you go. They are the players who are in the mix and who should definitely be in when it comes to Taj. Let us know what you all think in the comments below. Who have you got in the mix? I'm sure there'll be a few other names that might pop up as the weeks get on, but it's good to see some strong performances at VFL level that start to put some pressure on spots in the senior side. Even though we are getting a little bit depleted with some players sitting on the sideline, it's still good to see that we've got some players bashing down the door. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. And until next week, go Tigers.